What's up YouTube, it's 728 Autos back with another video, and we're going to get right into it. The new 2020 mid-engine Corvette Stingray is receiving massive praise and taking the world by storm. If you live under a rock and haven't heard of it, it's GM's new mid-engine sports car that will pack a naturally aspirated V8 capable of 495 horsepower for under $60,000. And everyone is comparing it to the new 2020 Supra, but I think that many people, for good reason, have forgotten about another mid-engine sports car from Japan that is more closely comparable to the Corvette than the Supra. I'm talking about the Acura NSX or Honda NSX, depending on your part of the world. Yes, the NSX was a long-awaited follow-up to the legendary NSX of the 90s. Just like the Toyota Supra, car enthusiasts from across the globe were awaiting its return to form as the premier mid-engine sports car that only Honda could build. For those of you who don't know, the original NSX stands for New Sports Car Experiment. Or if we go all the way back to the concept, NS-X, the X stood for unknown. It was designed to take on the likes of Ferrari V8s of the time, but be more reliable and lower in price. Sound familiar? The new era current gen NSX keeps the moniker, but is somewhat strayed away from its roots by being overtly complex and more expensive. It's still a mid-engine supercar with a V6, but now it has 2 turbos, 3 electric motors that make an all-wheel drive hybrid system with a total output of 576 horsepower and 476 pound-feet of torque. It also has a 9-speed dual-clutch transmission to keep the V6 in its power band. The problem is that the hybrid system and its 3 electric motors add weight and cost to the car. The new Acura NSX curb weight is 3,878 pounds. It's considerably heavier than the first generation NSX and heavier than many of the modern mid-engine supercars on sale today. So as you can see, other than them being mid-engine sports cars, they have very different approaches to how they have developed. So how does the new C8 Corvette beat the NSX? Number one, let's start with the obvious, the price. The starting price of the new C8 undercuts the price of the NSX by more than half. With a starting price of $157,500 in the United States as of this video, the Acura NSX is significantly more expensive than the C8 Corvette. Number two, performance. While we do not have stats on the new C8 Corvette just yet, we've been teased by GM that the Z51 equipped Corvette C8s have seen times less than 3 seconds for 0 to 60. The NSX, with all-wheel drive and 3 electric motors, achieves its 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. Okay, so that's technically a draw for all intents and purposes, but having the less complex powertrain and no all-wheel drive gives the Corvette a significant weight advantage over the Acura. Weight savings goes a long way for acceleration, handling, and braking. So in my opinion, the Chevy takes this one. Number 3, more storage. I know we're talking about storage for sports cars here, but hear me out. When you think about how usability and practicality were the main targets of the first generation NSX, it's crazy to see the Corvette beat it at its own game. The new C8 Corvette has a front trunk and a rear trunk with generous amounts of space for a sports car anyway, while the NSX only has a small rear area for cargo. Ha! Got him! My, have the times changed. While I don't want to kick the NSX while it's down, I do feel that Honda missed the mark with the new NSX, and Chevrolet on the other hand understood better what its customers wanted and went out and built exactly what they wanted. Minus having a manual and all. So hey guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.